Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Marketing Monday, where we give our expert insights into current marketing news. I'm Kris Reisner, the CEO of VIE Media, and across from me, I've got Eric, president and partner at VIE Media. We got a few great topics to chat about today, so let's go ahead and hop into it, starting with...
All right, off to a hot take here. Google is no longer a search engine, and it's dangerous times. Google is no longer a search engine. It's an answer engine. So this was a discussion that was happening on the marketing subreddit. So Google stores the cumulative knowledge of all mankind, provided freely and willingly by billions of websites. The implicit understanding was, we submit our sites to Google so we can be listed on their search engine. In return, Google monetizes search results pages with ads. With their AI search, they are breaking this contract. Their move to become an answer engine instead of a search engine off the backs of billions of websites that entrusted them to be the original search results ads relationship needs to be dealt with immediately. So this is actually something that we have been discussing over the past couple of weeks with
Google
right
is
off just flexing on absolutely, because all of their AI, again, I think we talked about it last week, all of their AI generated content is from people like you, me, and anyone else that has websites that's making content.
But whenever you post a website, you're making it public. You're putting it out into the world. There's not really, it's just out there. And that's the whole point of Google in the first place, is to do that. So how upset can you really be about the AI as long as they're attributing back to you?
They're not.
Well, then that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yes. So there's also, with the AI thing, there's also a ton of content creators that are trying to remove their websites from being listed in the AI results as well. So removing the ability from Google to use their content to form an AI term result.
I mean, but the problem is that Google's got a monopoly. The next closest one is Bing, and Bing's at 1.6% market share. And there's not really a ton of, there's not a ton you can do about it. They're going to, if you want to show up, if you want to show up on the web, if you want people to organically find you, you got to be on Google. So all these content creators are going to pull their sites, and what they're going to find out is that they don't get shit without Google. That their entire livelihood's also built on the back of Google.
Yep.
And it's kind of a give or take. So I'm completely against the AI stuff.
I think the whole argument is there was obviously not a contract signed with Google, but there was an understanding that hey, this is a two-way street, but now it's turning into a one-way street. All of it going back to Google.
I mean, I feel like this is going to be something where the government has to actually get involved, because Google's going to continue pushing into this method, and they control all of the search engine market. So even though they don't have a technical monopoly, they do, because everybody uses it and their product's just that much better. Bing is even more into AI than Google is right now. So it's not like Bing's really a good option either. And I mean, the Bing search results are absolutely horrible.
Yep.
So that just leaves what? DuckDuckGo? That's not exactly a strong list of search engines.
Yeah, so on here it says less than 1% of all websites have any useful information, and most of them don't rank in the first pages of SERPs at all, search engine ranking positions. SEO deserves this and many more deaths for destroying the internet in such a way that I can only find what I want to know if it has been discussed on Reddit. I say this as someone who has done SEO. So this guy is saying that, and then this next guy is saying, well, Google is to blame as well as their overemphasis on domain authority. So essentially saying now that with the authority, with the SEO strategy, with building content, right, that isn't the best way to relay information to the end consumer, which is 100% correct. And we've talked about this to the end of time as well, and probably will. But so there are people that are actually happy about this, because there are people that are saying, well, a lot of these sites that are SEO'd don't actually provide value for any of the people that are actually searching for them.
Yeah, what's kind of ironic is that Google's cracking down on AI, but then they're using their own AI. So it's kind of a back and forth there too. I mean, I think we're just kind of stuck until the government steps in. You're going to keep using Google. From a consumer standpoint, honestly, it's a better,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good
It's not bad.
user experience.
It's not bad.
So, like, having it
I've been using.
and really, like,
I've
you
been
don't wanna
using.
go through
Well,
100 pages.
the AI tool's been out there for a minute on Google.
Yeah.
I've been using it.
I wonder how AI works within, like, we always go back to St. Louis roofing because that's an industry we know well.
Yeah.
So I don't see any AI results right away, but I don't know if I've even got AI turned on because I don't know if I've seen AI. So I wonder how that's going to work for small businesses.
I've noticed it more on mobile on my specific Google app that I use.
I wonder how that will work for small businesses since there's not really going to be, like, outside of sponsoring it, how's Google going to decide what makes the most sense?
Mm-hmm.
What does it say whenever you look up St. Louis roofing?
Oh, let's go. St. Louis, I just typed in best podcast St. Louis. St. Louis has many podcasts, including entertainment, sports, the best podcast in baseball, Flyover Footy, the official St. Louis podcast. Let's go.
Hey, I'm not on that anymore.
Yeah,
So.
but, you know.
Wrong podcast.
Yo, AI, I like it now. Let's go. Giving us a shout out.
But so, like, that's opinionated. It's going to be hard to see, like, a roofing company.
Sure.
Like, how are they going to do that?
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting time because at the end of the day, we're going to have to adapt and figure it out.
Yeah. That always goes back to if you're a content creator, own your content. Build it on your website because at the end of the day, you can take it away from Google.
Yep.
If you really want to. Probably not the best idea. But also, if you own your audience through email marketing, then you're able to advertise directly to them and you're able to reach them directly instead of having to worry about these other platforms like Google or TikTok or Facebook or whatever other platform it is that's trying to fuck over the creator that day. Because it's constant. There's always going to be a better service. You know, maybe we just start using TikTok for search.
Oh, God. I can't do TikTok. Talk about it every week. But
you don't want to go to TikTok
they're
to find the
testing
best
addition of AI-generated search results. Did you see that? TikTok is. Yep.
Oh, man.
And they're testing 60-minute video uploads, which is
that
crazy.
I'm kind of excited about that.
What is that even?
I mean, it just puts them back in line with, like, YouTube. So you can put full YouTube videos up. Which will be nice. Because I'm honestly...
Are they just trying to take as much market share as humanly possible right now?
Of course they are. Because if they have to sell it because of this mandate, then they're just going to make more money. But if they have the long YouTube, or if they have the long video uploads, and then you also do the TikTok videos that can link back to that, like shorter videos, then that's a great strategy for creators.
So apparently there's a billionaire, Frank McCourt, is putting together a bid to buy TikTok from ByteDance.
There you go. There's a
former Dodgers owner, billionaire investor. He sees the money to be made.
Yeah, no, there's so much money to be made on that. But I don't know. TikTok's a very interesting thing to me. You see with TikTok creators, like, they build up their audience on TikTok, and then as soon as they get to a certain point, they start trying to move them over to YouTube. Because YouTube's where all the money is. And if you've got longer ads or longer videos, then you can do more ads. And people are going to watch the ads to get to see the rest of the video. So they're able to pay for it. Do they have a TikTok premium yet? If not, it's going to come soon.
Yeah, don't talk about it. For the creators, soon. You're saying?
No,
or for anyone?
No, for consumers.
Like a ad-free version?
Yeah.
I don't know why Facebook doesn't have that.
If they're going to do videos, they're either going to just...
YouTube has YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
I literally probably wouldn't use YouTube if I had to watch all the ads. Or for the people that don't want to watch YouTube Premium, it's called Firefox or Opera browser that has a built-in ad blocker.
Well, I just use uBlock, even on Firefox.
That too. That works too.
That works really well.
That works too.
Though sometimes it just goes black, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then like 30 seconds later, it pops back on.
Yeah. What else we got, Chris? What's with this Google search web filter with only text-based links? What's going on here?
So that kind of goes back against the AI thing. If you don't want AI results, you go to they have, you know how you have it'll be all images, shopping, whatever. Now they've got web only. So you're going back to essentially old school Google.
Love it.
And then forget the AI.
Yeah.
We don't need AI.
Yeah. I remember Google before the time of ads, before Google Guaranteed, before Google Maps, just the SERPs.
The ads are getting so crazy because it used to be, what, 2 sponsored posts?
I've seen 5.
No, but like back in like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
it was like 2 sponsored at the max.
Yeah.
And now, again, we've talked about this a few times. 2 sponsored on Google Guaranteed, 1 sponsored. Then there's a sponsored within the map pack, and then there's another sponsored. Like, it's ridiculous. And you can't even tell, like, which ones, like, the way that they do it, it's hard to tell which ones are sponsored and which ones are just regular links.
Yep. Yeah, it's incredible. We'll see where it goes. SEO is obviously still important, but they're fighting SEO tooth and nail.
I mean, it's always going to be important. It's just going to change how it's used.
Which goes back to adapting.
And that's going to be the same thing with Google Ads.
Yep.
We were about to watch the Google Ads right before this podcast, and they're doing, they're touting all the AI changes that they're making.
Yep. If we know anything about Google and their recommendations in Google Ads, it's do the opposite. Do the opposite because they just want you to spend more money. I make a post probably about this weekly about how if Google's calling you, if they have a Google rep calling you, that's a contractor. He doesn't care about how well your campaign's working. All they care about is getting you to spend more money on their platform. Then, of course, they get paid a little bit of money. Therefore, all good and dandy in the world. But at the end of the day, they're not here to help the small businesses that are spending thousands of dollars a month, tens of thousands, whatever your budget is, on Google Ads. It's very easy for Google to say, hey, this is going to work. But from a standpoint of a person that doesn't have any experience or has never run ads before or is a new business, and they go in thinking that this Google AI thing is going to be able to set up a campaign for them, they're going to be mistaken, and it's going to hurt. It's going to be a learning lesson for a lot of these people because I don't see a way, based on the recommendations now that they have in there. I mean, we've talked about it. We just talked about it last week. It's like, why is this score here? Because it wants us to make these changes in the campaign, but we know if we make these changes,
the campaign
is not going to do as well. So it's like, it's interesting. We'll see what the AI changes, what they're going to recommend. But if I'm a betting man, they're going to be shit.
So Google has to know.
I made a LinkedIn.
This is why I left the podcast, y'all.
I made a LinkedIn poll, and people were half and half. They were split on the Google AI on ads.
So I'm hoping that Google recognizes how much of their business comes from agencies, and that the Google AI is a step in the right direction for agencies to be able to have more campaigns per worker, per employee doing ads, which would allow agencies to expand their ad operation. Because we're running into that now where we have a max of like 12 clients. And even that's kind of a high max for us. Like that's tippy-toppity.
Tippy-toppity.
Yeah. I don't even know where that came from. But we don't want to have that many people doing ads. And so hopefully Google AI will allow us to do more with less people. Which has been the goal of AI overall. We've seen it with copywriting. We've seen it in SEO, so on and so forth.
Let's
go ahead and wrap it up.
All right. That's all the time we have for this week. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. We release these weekly as well as other videos on our VIE Media channel talking about marketing, AI, whatever's really in the news that week and what's going to be affecting you all as business owners, salespeople, whatever you guys do in your day-to-day. You can find us. Eric Kempf Brown is my personal handle across the board. We got I am Kris Reisner here across all platforms. We'll see you all soon. Peace.